I know, I say everything on this show is delicious, but I'm telling you right now, this might be the best thing I have ever taco-fied. Today on Poor Choices, we're ditching the bread and turning a Philly cheesesteak into a crispy masterpiece. And we're making a gravy to dip it in because I like creating good problems. Let the tacofication begin. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really excited about making this recipe. As far as prep work goes, we really don't have that much to do. We're just gonna take a yellow onion and slice it up nice and thin. And that's pretty much it for prep, which means we can move into our next step, making our gravy. All right, I got a saucepan over medium heat. And this is a fantastic gravy that you can use for anything beefy, but it's really optimized for this cheesesteak. This gravy is gonna keep our tacos nice and juicy. So first we're going in with a tablespoon of butter. And this is what I want. I don't want this to brown. I don't want this to go crazy sizzling. I just want these nice, smooth, tiny bubbles. And to that butter, once it's melted, we're gonna add in 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. We're pretty much making a roux to help thicken our gravy, and we wanna keep this nice and pale. So after about 60 seconds, we're gonna go ahead and move to the next step, which is pouring in 2 cups of beef stock. And I'm gonna slowly whisk in a little bit at a time. Let it thicken up a little bit, add a little bit more. Keep whisking. We wanna make sure we don't have any lumps in here. Going in with about a tablespoon of W sauce, a pinch of beef bouillon powder, just to put emphasis on our beefy flavors. It's not Poor Choices without smoked paprika, so we're gonna go in here with 1/4 of a teaspoon. Just a little bit of freshly cracked black pepper. Let's give this a good mixing, and I'm not gonna salt this just yet. I wanna let everything come together, let all the flavors marry, and then give it a tasting. You'll know if it needs salt if you're tasting it and you're just like, it's kind of bland, it's falling flat. One more thing I'm gonna add to this, and this is just very optional, a bay leaf. It's a very subtle addition, but you're gonna appreciate it. And then we just let this go 5 to 10 minutes. It might even go 15 minutes, but what we're really just looking for is a nice glossiness to it, as well as the ability to coat the back of a spoon. If you draw a line through it, that means our gravy is nice and thick. And one quick note, in the recipe, I'm gonna actually recommend using a low sodium beef stock. That way you can control how much salt is going in this gravy. I actually ended up using just a regular beef broth, so I don't need to add salt to this gravy, but I wanna give you all just that heads up to use a low sodium one. Otherwise, it could come out too salty. One last thing we're gonna do off heat, we're just gonna add a 1/2 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. This is gonna help cut through all the richness and really wake everything up. We got a lot of heavy things going on here between this gravy and the cheesesteak tacos, so this is just a nice little addition. Add a little bit more dynamic to our gravy. Give it a taste. Oh, it's fantastic. Let's also get this bay leaf out. We don't need that anymore. This gravy is good to go. We're just gonna cover it up with a lid and keep it warm. Today we are using shaved beef, and I have to put the emphasis on shaved beef. And the reason why we want it shaved is because we want that melt in your mouth experience on the interior while having the crispy exterior of the taco. This is 10 ounces of shaved Wagyu beef. You can use any type of shaved beef that just happens to be on sale for $10, so I scooped it up. But again, shaved beef. Don't be coming at me talking about how long it took you to chew that taco because you didn't get shaved beef. You tried to cut it up yourself. I know what you're trying to do. All right, a cast iron pan over some medium heat. I'm just gonna add just a little bit of oil. We're using peanut oil today. This is gonna be for not only our onions, but also for our beef and our frying of the tacos. Obviously, if you're allergic to nuts, don't use peanut oil. I'd recommend a canola oil or a vegetable oil, just something neutral. The peanut oil works great for us because it has a high smoke point. I definitely would avoid olive oil because it doesn't have a high smoke point, and if you get it too hot, it'll start to taste bitter, and that taste will transfer to our tacos, which we don't want. So now we got some oil in it. We're gonna put some onions. These are just yellow onions, 1/2 of one that I diced up. Hit it with a pinch of salt. And we're just gonna cook these for 6 to 8 minutes until they're nice and soft and lightly golden. All right, I know it said 6 to 8 minutes, but this has really been about 3. My heat was a little bit too high. So what I'm gonna do real fast is just deglaze this pan. A little splash of beef broth. And this is so any of those onion bits that are stuck to the bottom of the pan can get lifted up. And also it's gonna help reinforce that beefy flavor that we want. So I'm gonna let this cook a little bit longer until all this liquid reduces, and then we're gonna throw our meat in. All right, this liquid is reduced good enough, so we're gonna move our onions to the side here. And then I'm coming in with our beef. If you need to add a little bit more oil, don't be afraid to do it. Because I'm using this Wagyu beef, it has a lot of fat in it, so I don't need to add any oil. I am gonna hit it with a generous amount of salt, some garlic powder, no measurement here. And we're gonna come in with some freshly cracked black pepper. This is the makings of an all-purpose seasoning, SPG, salt, pepper, garlic. And then what I'm not going to do is touch this yet. I wanna see if I can build just a little bit of a crust on that bottom side. So I'm gonna wait about 30 to 45 seconds, and then we'll flip and start messing around with it. And what we did on one side, we wanna do on the other. So I'm coming back with some salt, a little bit more garlic powder, and some pepper. And if you want to play around with seasonings, you could just do Lawry's seasoning salt. I think that's kind of one of the go-tos in Philly, a steak seasoning. Not like a Montreal steak, because that's just gonna kind of introduce different types of flavors, but just a traditional steak seasoning. I'm also gonna use my more heavy-duty spatula just to chop this up. Mix everything up with the onions. And listen, $10 beef, I don't care if it says Wagyu. I know this ain't real Wagyu, but I will say this tastes really, really good, whatever it is. And I'm just gonna transfer this to a bowl. And if you wanna put other things in here, maybe you wanna put some peppers, maybe you wanna put some mushrooms, go for it. We're gonna save our cheese for later, but you can go more than just onions and beef if you want to. And then we're gonna use the same pan to fry in. So I'm gonna give it just a little wipe down. Back on the stove we go. I'm putting this back over a medium heat. And then I just want to put enough peanut oil in here just to cover the bottom. And if you look very closely, you can see the oil shimmering on its own, which means it is time to fry. All right, first we go down with a flour tortilla. Corn doesn't work as well, so definitely use the flour one. I'm gonna put a slice of provolone cheese down, that's for flavor. And then a slice of white American cheese down, that is for creaminess and meltiness. Then we're gonna take our filling, it's however much you want. And once we have our filling in there, and this is the great thing about that American cheese, it kind of acts like a glue. And I'm just gonna give it a nice little pressing so everything is touching the surface of this pan. And this only needs a few seconds. Boom, look at that. I like that color, that's great. So we're gonna do this for another 30 seconds. And that's it, that took all of like a minute and a half to do. Now I'm gonna do the rest of these. All right, let's plate these up for our tacos. So about which side looks the best? Yeah, let's do that because this one's got cheese and stuff coming out. We'll put them like that. So we got 3 tacos lined up. All right, we're gonna take our gravy, just ladle it in. I got this gravy thing at a Latin market. It's probably like $5. And this slate as well that the tacos are sitting on, I think I got that at like a Ross or something. I don't think I paid more than $10 for it. Can't find my brush, but we're gonna do a little food styling trick here. Or I'm gonna see if this works. Pretty much I'm gonna put some butter on this just to bring back that shine on our tacos. So it looks like they just came out of the oil. Again, you should use a brush. I don't know where mine is. Don't even remember the last time I used it. But it's getting the job done. Look how glossy that is. And then just a few little parsley sprinkles, Italian parsley, and voila! Crispy Philly cheesesteak tacos with a dipping gravy. Let's go ahead and dunk this in. All right, let's eat it. Oh my God, that's heaven. Y'all, I've been waiting weeks to make this. I know dry January is over, but I have to plug one more non-alcoholic beverage, and that is this Corona non-alcoholic beer. I'm not even a Corona drinker like that, but this is by far, out of all the beers that I tasted during dry January, this is the best tasting one. Like, I'm still drinking this well into February. Highly recommend this one. Hey, this is Poor Choices Kitchen. We have a Patreon link down in the description, and there's a QR code on the screen. You can scan that, it'll take you to the Patreon website. $1 a month is all we ask for to pay for recipes in these here inflated times. We also have YouTube memberships. That's $2.99, and that helps do the exact same thing, recipes, inflation, all that goodness. If you wanna know the difference between the two, Patreon, you can change it from $1, you can do up to however your heart's content is or whatever's in your wallet. For the YouTube memberships, that actually helps get the channel over the monthly threshold to get paid from YouTube. And all that money literally goes right back into buying ingredients, cleaning supplies, just stuff for this show. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please let me know if you made this down in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. So until next time, I'll see you. Peace.